Hello and welcome to the new improved weekly dose of Team Odyssey, the Team Odyssey Podcast. Mike here once again with my good friend, who some say his heart ticks like a watch, and his full name is Tobias P. Tubbsworth the Third. All we know is it's not Kieran, it's Tubbs.
It is me.
It's Tubbs.
I'm not Kieran, I'm afraid.
No, you're not Kieran. Kieran, for some reason, decided, and I'm not going to be here this week. Actually, no, I'm going to let him go. That's it. Depending on how you do, I'm just going to say sod him, because he messed up the last attempt at doing this podcast, which was over a week ago. So, yes, new and improved version of what was the news, but we've changed it to a podcast now for your weekly dose of Team Odyssey listening. This is just going to be minimize us, listen to us, talk about stuff in the game and stuff outside the game, just on personal level. Tubbsy, anything personal you want to add?
Not really. I'm just I didn't qualify for Worlds this year, so I'm sort of looking forward to sorting out what's good and what's not.
Is this the first time in how many years that you didn't qualify for Worlds?
This would have been my third year qualifying if I'd made it.
How long have you been playing?
Like 13 years. I've only been good for like 3 years.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. So I'm 0-1 for qualification on competitive scene, so I'm not 0-10 like you were, I suppose.
Yeah.
Oh, so much has happened since we've been away. Team Odyssey stuff's happened. We signed you.
Yeah.
And Alex Pike. And other people. And Demi
and Paul.
Who is now instantly... You know when... I don't know if you see in sports teams when they've got like an alright team and then instantly sign like an elite player. That's Paul.
Do you know how much Benji paid for Paul?
I don't know. I can't even begin to imagine. How many bags of Skittles did he pay for Paul?
Oh, there was industrial-sized bags of Skittles.
Industrial bags of Skittles. Oh, dear. Yeah, so, speaking of Worlds... I didn't make Worlds. You didn't make Worlds. 6 of the Team Odyssey members did make Worlds, which I'm over the moon about, including...
Right, 6 out of 11, right?
6 out of how many, sorry? 11?
11, yeah. There's 11 of us.
Yes.
Yes.
I haven't got 11 fingers, I can't count.
I do, I'm from Norfolk. I count them on one hand.
Oh, crumbs. Right. Yeah, so we have Mr. Benjamin Hutchins, who made Worlds. Mr. Benjamin Rabioti, who also made Worlds. Mr. Jacob Downs. Dimitri Eaton. Paul Stringer. Alexander Pike. And if he dares catch me, does anyone call him Alexander?
No. People don't even call him Alex.
They just call him Pike, don't they?
It's Pike, yeah.
Yeah, that's, if I counted wrong here. No, that is... Did I... It's Benji, Rab, Jake, Demi, Pike, and Stringer.
That's right, yeah.
They've qualified. Well done, boys. I'm very proud of you, boys.
Fantastic. So...
Especially, obviously, I've not really spoken to Alex and Paul and Demi for that much, especially this season. Like, I met Alex at the start of the year. Well, it was halfway through the season at Eastbourne when I beat him, and then I lost to him at Bexhill.
Yeah, you played like 3 cups in a row, right?
First round, we faced each other 3 cups in a row. It went win for me, win for him, tie.
Amazing.
And then I accidentally forgot that he was going for Worlds.
And destroyed him.
And destroyed him at Milton Keynes about 3 weeks before the qualification cut off. But yeah, it's fantastic for the boys. I'm really, really happy.
Yeah. It's
a shame we're not going. I mean, next year, I fully plan on hopefully going. Yeah. But next year, it should be quote-unquote easy. It's a lot more manageable next year to be able to qualify. You're not constantly go, I need to go to this many this part of the year and this many this part of the year, because that was my fault last season. I really struggled to go to cups in what I call the first quarter of the year. But that's changing very soon.
Yeah. It was, for me, I struggled around quarter 2 because I couldn't find a deck that I wanted to settle on.
Yeah, the ones I was going to in quarter 1.
Yeah,
it was not it, Chief. I ended up doing Buzzwole, or Buzz Weavile, but it wasn't Ultra Prism Weavile. It was Rule of Evil Weavile, which is fine because I can't remember what the Rayquaza was the big deck, and Rayquaza and Malabar were the big decks, and I took that to the first Eastbourne Cup of the season, and I faced neither. Which again was fine. It kind of worked, but you needed a Rangaroo in a Rangaroo and something else, and you just knocked yourself out, and then you lost.
Great.
Embarrassing. But yes, it almost worked. You get that deck to say, it is nearly there, but then like one thing holds it back. The fact you had to use a Rangaroo as a draw supporter, and you killed yourself with it.
That did Buzz Weavile did quite well in Bristol.
What, the Rule of Evil Weavile, or
yeah?
Really? You see, I'm ahead of the curve.
That's it. I get like that as well. I was like, oh, this deck's great, but it's also not as great as what you think it is right then, compared to in a couple of months' time when the new set comes out.
Yeah, I mean, Rule of Evil.
I think there was like five Buzz Weavils that made day 2 at Bristol.
Yeah. Judge, I was thinking about this before we started the podcast when I asked you instead of Kieran, because Kieran was working late today. That's the real reason he's not on. This isn't the first podcast we've ever done together.
It's not. No, that's actually how I found you on Skype.
We did, yeah. We did the Slowpoke Well one just after I did my only good thing in the Pokemon community and bodied everyone with Lapras at Sheffield.
Oh, that was great.
It was amazing, and I went on stream and double supported. Have you seen that game? Have you watched that?
I have, yeah.
Oh, I watch it back when I'm feeling down, and I think, actually, no, that was all luck. But yes, next season quarters are changing.
That's right. Yeah, we saw a post on Hey Fonte from Peter Kiko, I believe, that showed a screenshot of him on his Pokemon player page, and it says, so for cups it says best 8, which at the moment it's best 2 per quarter, but now it looks like they're changing it to best 8 for the year. But that's not actually confirmed yet. It's just on that page. They haven't made an announcement or anything, but
they won't. They won't do it until like late July.
Yeah, July the 134th or something. It was last year.
July the 157th or something stupid. But of course, you've been playing a lot longer than me. How big? If they did abolish quarters, how big would that be for?
It's good for a number of reasons, really. So it stops. So if you go into quarter 4, for example, for this format, if you go into quarter 4 and you've already got cups, but you're still going to cups, and you've got like a second or a fourth, you don't really fancy going that, so you'll scoop to other people. So, well, I say you will. You can scoop to other people. Doing it this way means all throughout the year, if you've not got that 8th first, you're still going to be playing for the first, and it sort of eradicates a little bit. So you've got that. You've also got the fact of you can play more. So if you miss quarter 1 and quarter 2 right now, you've lost a lot of chances to get a Worlds invite.
Yeah.
Whereas if you start halfway through the year
and just smash out cups,
you can,
even if you get in like not first.
Exactly. Yeah.
So this season, Jake just about got his invite, but he got all his points into 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Because he did really well in Bristol regionals as well.
Yeah, like Andrew Emerson as well. He won before December. He won 7 cups, but it was all in the same quarter.
So they only acquainted to 100 points?
Or quarter 1 and quarter 2. So the maximum he got 200 points out of 350.
That's nuts.
So with this format, he could have been done with cups before the next year even started. And
then you just relax. You don't even have to worry about the format. You're not constantly going, oh god, the meta's changed, I hate this.
Yeah, that's the other thing as well. You can be good in a particular format with a particular deck. So say you come along and say, oh, you're really good with the Reshi Greens right now. Mm-hmm. You can play Reshi Greens at every regional and SPE and Cup or whatever throughout that. Smash out your entire invite in 1 month, 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
And then just take the rest of the year off.
And then just go to regionals and things like that, just competitively. And it'll stop. Oh, not stop. It's a bit weird when it means that later in the year, the big players aren't going for those points. So it lets slightly lower level players, they're not going to cups anymore. They don't need to.
Exactly, yeah.
So people who still need their points, the likes of probably still me, come July next year, who might need, say, 40 points, 30 points, go into a cup and you haven't got the likes of, say, we all know that Adam Hawkins will have his invite by September.
Yeah.
Saying that, I wonder if anyone will get their invite before Worlds this year.
It's possible. We were going to talk about it later on, but it depends what the cap is.
Yeah.
Because you can obviously win the Open for 200 points. You can go.
What is the Open? Is it just a giant league challenge, basically?
It's a giant SPE.
Right. Okay.
So 200 points for first.
Yeah, that's nonsense.
So, for example, if it's 300, you can get 2 cups before you go to Worlds and win the SPE and get 300 like that. But if it's 350, you can win 2 league challenges and be 20 points off.
Yeah. Isn't there a rule that you can't just go and, like, it was the thing, like, you can't just go and win something. You can't just go and win a regional and then qualify or something silly like. I don't think you qualify for. How many points do you get for winning a regional?
You get 200 for that as well.
Yeah, so it's something like you can't just win 2 regionals and then qualify for Worlds. As you've got to do a cup or something as well. It's really weird. You've actually got to be playing in the community a little bit before you just go invite. I don't know where I heard that from.
Before, like, I think this was about 4 or 5 years ago. Regional, we didn't have as much regionals then. We had nationals, so it's kind of the equivalent of an internationals then, but it was only generally localized to your country.
Yeah.
And the top 4 of those, if you get top 4 at nationals, you would get like the invite to Worlds there and then. You wouldn't have to work for points or anything like that. They would just offer like big tournaments. And I think even further back than that, when I was playing, they used to give out like round 1 buys if you did really well. So whereas we have top 22 now, you could go down to like top 50 and from 22 to 50 get a round 1 buy at Worlds, for example.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff they can do with it. But I think that was back when we had an ELO rating system. People would just play like, they go to a nationals, play 3 rounds, go 3-0 and then drop. So their ELO is like top tier.
Yeah. The game has changed a lot. And I was thinking about this the other day. Annoyingly, the fact that I haven't made Worlds this year, and I don't know if you feel the same, is really annoying because it's, if anything, it's the easiest it's been. Because if you get 19 points at a regional, you're in day 2.
Exactly.
This is why it annoys me a little bit because you think, oh yeah, I made top 32, and you haven't made top 32 this season. You've just made day 2. There is no top 32 because you're not even guaranteed you top 32 points when you make day 2 anymore.
It's an interesting debate for that one because if you talk to some of the top players that I've spoken to, like Jesper and Rahul, they all say like if you're 6-2, you may as well play for the 7-2.
Yeah.
Because 6-2-1, you're still not guaranteed to get anything next day. You may as well try and play for the 7-2 and get yourself in a better position for the actual day 2.
Yeah. Well, I found this even at Sheffield last year, and I was talking to Seb Simmons, and we were playing, and it was like we both could have done like an ID would have made us both go in, I think.
Yeah.
Or it was like an ID and a win would have got us in, and he said we'll play, and then we ended up drawing.
Yeah.
And I asked for I didn't even get the ID in the next round because I played against Uraj. Do you know Uri? Is it Uri?
Yeah.
Uraj? We played that out and I lost, and then I ID'd with Andrew Emerton.
Yeah.
Which was great. Made it into day 2, but Seb was saying to me, look, if you get the ID, if you get the win in early or the ID early, just play your games because you've got a more chance going into day 2, obviously.
Yeah.
But now it's just get your 19 and then hope for the best. Because
if it's an internationals, it's not too bad because you can obviously get the 128 mark.
Yeah.
And 64 mark. But if it's just a regionals, 6-2-1 is almost as bad as not getting day 2 at all.
Yeah, because you have to basically win out in day 2, and then and you don't even get close to top 8 at that point. Or you do get close to top 8, but then you have to win out.
Even win out could be a bubble for top 8.
Yeah.
So
it's still great. It's still nice to have. You do make money, but it's like...
Yeah, and going back to the money topic, that's actually why. So if people make, I think it's best 8 regionals SPEs for the quarterless season.
Yeah.
People can still go in regionals because there's still cash on the line.
Yeah.
So it doesn't deter people from not going, but it also makes it like you can't just keep spamming regionals. Not that you could have, but that's what it's there for.
No, what I always look forward to this at the start of the year. I'm thinking right now, please, Pokemon, can you hurry up and announce where, especially the European regionals, are going to be?
Yeah.
Because last year I couldn't make. Where was it? Where was it in December?
Harrogate.
Harrogate. I couldn't make Harrogate. I made Berlin and Bristol, and I did terribly in. But I didn't do terribly in Bristol. I just didn't do great. And then Berlin, I was woeful. Fly all the way to Berlin to just go 1-5 drop or something like that.
Yeah.
Glorious. It happens, but not. I don't particularly want that to happen.
I hate that they do it in such bad places. Like Harrogate was absolute mission to get to for everyone that I spoke to.
Yeah, Bristol seemed okay because it was literally a train station.
But the facilities were terrible.
Oh yes.
Oh, yeah. It was terrible.
Sheffield tends to be a nice one. I've been to Sheffield. What else have I been to? Birmingham wasn't too bad.
Manchester's a good one. That's where they held the last nationals.
I've never been to Manchester. I've been to London. I've been to Berlin. I've been to Sheffield, and I've been to Birmingham.
Yeah.
So I mean, London was fine. It's relatively easy to get to. It's just expensive to stay, and if you do stay and it's cheaper, it's miles away.
Yeah.
But the NIC, hang on, it's the internationals. The Excel Centre. The Excel Centre is great. Yeah. I've been to London Comic Con there before, and it's a good venue.
Oh, it's huge. They have really nice food and everything, and it's well looked after.
But it's expensive because it's London. Yeah. Berlin was fine because there was a McDonald's down the road.
Yeah. Berlin was great. I had a great time at Berlin, even though I did very well.
Yeah, it marred me a little bit because I was going in, and it was at a point where my season had gone that badly as I needed to make points of both, or at least one of them. Yeah. And when you come up against Blacephalon with a Magikarp Wailord in it, and you're playing Zoroark.
Tell me about that. Actually.
Oh, it's embarrassing.
And Kiawe to it.
You Kiawe to it, and then you go, okay, energy attached Kiawe, and then they use that as you can't knock that out, especially with a bloody. I was playing Zoroark, and you can't knock that out.
No.
And I didn't realize, and he just goes, okay, I go whatever it is, pass, get Zoroark up. He just goes, okay, knock out the Zoroark, do. And then you got to try and return a knockout on the Blacephalon, and even then he just puts up another one. Like energy accelerates to it, and then you've got enough energy on the field with maybe one charge up and an energy attachment per turn that you're knocking out 2 Zoroarks in a row without them even responding to you.
Yeah.
It's not a good idea. It's not good. I don't think he won any other games after that. But it caught me off guard, and I was just like, my head went after that. It was awful.
Yeah.
I played against an Ultra Mali player that played 5 Steel Energy on top of the Beast Energy. Wow. That's how my day went.
Yeah.
But yes, anyway, moving away from my horrendous Berlin trip. The Berlin was fine. It was just so hot.
It was, actually.
It was ridiculously hot. And Benji lost his clothes.
He did. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he came in. His bag didn't turn up. His bag turned up an hour before we had to leave the hotel.
Oh, no way. He actually turned up. I didn't realise he actually got his bag.
Oh, yeah, he got it back.
Oh,
an hour before we had to leave. And he was just like... He's just shaking his head. And the funny thing was, Rab was getting really angry at him because he didn't have the carbink because he'd left it in his bag. Yeah, he got his box back, opened up and realised he didn't have the carbink anyway. So, I don't think Rab even used the carbink, or he did. He bought one and didn't use it, or something like that.
That's right.
It doesn't matter. But going into next season, trying to get back on topic without getting a bit out there. Next season's points, or this season's points, obviously for Europe was 350. For America, was it just America? I'm going to get it up on Google now. I can't remember the exact points around there. 550 for America.
It's 550, yeah.
If you want to talk about the points and how you felt they were this year,
I think they're fine. Like 350 is a fine number because they made challenges separate from cups. Like the season before, it was challenges or cups, and it was 350 then, and that was just a pain.
Yeah.
But with 350, I mean, you can get it from cups, but how the UK goes, the cups are hard.
The cups are ridiculous in the UK.
Yeah, like America.
You can go to a cup in the UK. You can go to a cup in the UK with 40 people, and it be 5 reigns. You lose one of them, and you're like, oh, okay, right, I'm going to struggle to make top 8 here.
Yeah, exactly.
I've been to a 23-man cup that had a top 4.
It's not even 40 players. They're 40 good players.
Yeah.
The UK has such a concentrate of
Good
who goes
players.
to World Cups, and they're all good players.
Alarmingly, I don't only do it well at the home. I find it really weird. I've never felt home advantage before, but every Cardiff Cup I've played in the last season and a half, I've top cutting.
Yeah.
Weirdly, it's so strange.
But it's just like when we were talking about this earlier, the UK or Europe in general has such little regionals compared
Big
to
events,
USA. Yeah.
And if they do, they're miles away from each other.
Yeah, they're in terrible locations.
2 in the UK, and then 2 in Germany, and I think that might be it.
Well, they've had like 2 SBEs in France, and I think it was an Italian one as well.
Yeah, I think. Oh no, Spite was in Madrid, wasn't it? I think.
Yeah, so there was 4 SPEs and 4 regionals.
Which, as cool as SPE sounds, it's just a glorified League Cup.
Yeah, the problem I have with SPEs is they're in countries where you can't. Well, the gambling laws are different, so you can't have prize money.
Yeah.
Whereas you can go to regionals, spend a load of money, do really well. You can then get that money back for what you did for the weekend.
Oh yes.
SPEs, that's it. You get 200 points, great, but you don't get any cash back for that.
Actually, this isn't what's it called against anyone. I was a bit about it when I won. You've won money before from Pokemon, haven't you, from making day 2?
Yeah. Yeah.
I've seen some people complaining either on social media or in person. The tax they take off you. You're winning money for playing Pokemon cards.
Yeah. I mean,
there they go.
The tax is 30%, so it's
relatively a lot, but it's still.
Yes, you're winning in dollars, so you're going to get taxed by the American tax laws.
Yeah.
But then you've also got the conversion rate as well.
Yeah.
So I got $1,000, and that turned out to be just over 500 quid.
When was that? Was that when you did the Expanded Cup?
No, that was Birmingham top 8. I top 8'd with Ninetales.
When was this?
2017.
Was that the one that Alex Dale won?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, I did awfully that cup. I was horrendous at that regional. Have I ever told you the story about that one? Quickly.
No.
So I took Decidueye, and then a night before, I decided to change it to Decidueye Ninetales.
Oh.
I played the first round. I played Lapras, and prized all three. We went. He donked me, and then I won game 2 because I'm playing Decidueye. Game 3, we drew because I prized all 3 of my Grass Energy.
Oh, amazing.
So then there was 9 rounds. So for the next 7 rounds in a row, I played Stefan Ivanov round 2.
He played Trampogarb, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I beat him in Swiss.
And so did everybody else. And playing Decidueye Ninetales Vileplume, it didn't hit hard enough to beat Drampa.
Yeah.
And Garb, and you have to use items for that, and it didn't beat Garb. And then they had Garbotoxin anyway, so you weren't even chip damaging. And then the last round was my favourite. I came up against a guy, I can't remember, it was the time champions. I gave up. I was just like, yeah, you win this one. He was playing Delphox Solgaleo.
Oh, right, okay.
Which is fine. It was probably a relatively easy matchup, but all things I could have come up against, I'm playing Ninetales, which is weak to Steel, and Decidueye, which is weak to Fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy my first. I enjoyed the event. I didn't enjoy my first experience of big events.
Yeah. That was I played on stream twice that day. One in round 6 and one in top 8.
Who did you play in top 8?
I played Brian Peach.
What was he playing?
He was playing. It was the first instance. He was the first one to play it. It was Zoroark Drampa.
Ooh, what?
Bad matchup because the Zoroark break could copy 160 on Ninetales plus Kukui to knock it out for 1 energy.
God.
So
I'd still take that format over this format right now.
Yeah, I mean that was a great format. I really enjoyed that
because you had the case of stage 2s, but then you had stage 2s, which were harder to get up, but they were better. And then you had good basics, but they weren't ridiculously high HP basics, so they kind of balanced themselves out a little bit.
And we had a Bridget engine, which is better than Elm and more consistent than Lily.
Yes.
But also people aren't going, Lily, draw 8, let loose.
Or even better.
That's a different conversation.
I haven't got a draw supporter. Ultra Ball, let loose. Ultra Ball. Lily for 8.
Yeah.
My hand's just energy, chief. We're getting sidetracked. I don't mind getting sidetracked on this because unlike this isn't a dig at Kieran. I promise, Kieran, if you're listening to this, we're usually about an hour in at this point, and we're nowhere near halfway through what we need to talk about. I don't mind doing hour-long shows, but
yeah,
especially if the new format will just be listen to us. There's not going to be much going on the screen, and if I do put a secret image in, props to you for watching the entire video to find out what it is.
yeah, virtual cookie.
Exactly. Or I'll physically give you a cookie.
You've got to find the virtual cookie. That's the little image we're going to put in.
Yeah, I'll just not put it in, and people will be watching the entire hour-long video trying to find it. I'm just gonna go on to something else as well. What did you play for London? Did you play London Internationals?
I did. I was on stream for that one as well.
What did you play in that? Was it an out-of-body experience?
It was, yeah. I played Buzzwole Zoroark.
I remember that being banned around because I had the bits. Oh no, I did. Oh no, I had Silvally Buzzwole. That's what I had.
Yeah, well, I tested with Darren a lot a few weeks prior, and we had built Buzz Silvally, and it was really good. But then a lot of people started doing videos about it.
Yeah.
So it got quite well known, and also I found that it wasn't drawing very well. So I swapped the whole Silvally line for one stand-in to trade Zoroarks.
Yeah. God, stand-in Zoroark.
I missed that card. Mine just so good.
I was looking back at some old cards because a friend of mine who stopped playing that we started playing at the same time, but he quit about halfway through, like when Zoro Glissapod was like big.
Right.
He played it, but that's the only time I can remember. The reason I remember that is because he was playing at Cardiff Cup, and he'd sold everything apart from the Zoro deck, the Zoro Glissapod deck. And he came up against something really ridiculous. Some fire deck was really ridiculous. He was playing. He just went, yeah, you know what, I'm done. Threw the deck on the table, and his opponent bought the entire deck off him for £300.
Really?
It was like max rarity Lele's and things like that. Oh no, it wasn't max rarity Lele's. It was like full art Lele's and other such things. But Lele's at that point were like £50 each.
Yeah, Lele's went from £50, and now you can buy one for about £5.
Full art Lele. I had to get rid of mine at Bristol. I knew that it was going to be sitting there thinking... I thought I was going to get at least a tenner each for them.
Oh, yeah, I traded in some, and I think I got about a couple of quid each.
Yeah, I got, I think, £6 each, maybe. London I enjoyed a lot more than Birmingham.
Yeah, London was... It was the first big internationals that I enjoyed. So like there was big there, and a lot of my friends that don't usually come to tournaments and stuff were there, and
yeah,
I like seeing everybody at internationals.
Yes. Yeah, that's the best part about the community for me is a bit more important than doing well. I want to do well.
Yeah,
I'm not a huge like all last season. I was getting up at stupid o'clock in the morning to drive people places. Well, drive myself places as well. Drive down to Eastbourne at 4 a.m. to go to a cup. It's great because you get to see people, but then people are so worked up about how they're going to do an event. Exactly. It's like that when we did it at the end of the season just gone at Milton Keynes. It was a laugh.
Yeah, I really enjoyed Bristol as well because obviously it was the first time as a team we were there.
Yeah.
And then just going out for food after and having drinks and stuff, it made the tournament for me. Even though I did terrible, I was just like, you know what, I don't care.
It was quite nice. My girlfriend had never been to one before. She wasn't happy with me. She went, I thought it was going to be like 5 rounds. Just hope I don't make day 2, love.
Yeah, that's it.
But I think she would have understood. If I'd made day 2, she'd be like, yeah, okay, fair enough. You're playing for money and fame and glory. But yeah, it is always best going for food and having a laugh with some friends. And I think the thing with London, 2 things stood out for me. Is one that I did half decent with Tapu Bulu GX. And my winning into points was being bodied by a Metagross GX, which was fantastic. Of all the things I could have faced in my winning in was Metagross. And in the cup the next day, I did relatively okay again. However, I went to talk to Ben, and he was talking. I can't remember who he was talking to. He was talking to. I think he was talking to Rita because at some point Logan was going to go to Australia, and Ben was possibly going to go with him because you get like an extra person, I think, don't you?
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go and like the round had been called, whatever. We would like appearance had been called. So I went and played, and I won quite quickly. And I went up to him and said, Benny, your round finished quickly. He said, what do you mean? He said, well, the round's for the cup. And he completely forgot to go through his round.
Oh no.
Scenes. That was funny as hell, that was. He completely forgot he was in the cup.
Is that the one he made top 8 with Glaceon?
No, that was Worlds? Not Worlds last year. No, that was where was that last year?
Was it Madrid?
Something like that. Oh, it was Prague, wasn't it? No? Prague?
It's Spanish, wasn't it?
I know we went to Prague commentating.
That's right. Yeah, I think he played in the Spanish regional.
I'm gonna limitless this. What else do we need to talk about? Do you want to talk about going on to specials? Do you want to talk about specials and what might be happening with them that we may or may not know? We don't know yet.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird because I don't like SPEs, but people who have been talking on social media, there's nothing true or anything like this. Is just rumors at the moment or people talking about it, but people were saying they want SPEs to be region locked.
Oh, this isn't. Oh, when you mentioned it earlier, I thought it'd become like, oh yeah.
No, it's only speculation at the moment, but that's what people are sort of calling for, which I both agree and disagree, because if you agree to it, it means if you've got a small SPE turnout in wherever country you are, that's obviously unfair to everyone else to limit that to only that place. But it's also unfair at the moment is if you've got the money and the time to go to these random SPEs, you're obviously going to do better than everyone else. But that's part of the game, right?
Yeah.
So you could say, I don't know, Mexico SPE has 8 players, but the for and against it means the Mexican players are going to get lots of points, but it's also unfair to the rest of the world that have to go to like 200-man SPEs. Whereas you could also say, all right, someone has the time and the money to go to Mexico SPE that's from, I don't know, the US, which is also unfair on all the other US that can't get there. So I can see the for and against, to be honest.
Yeah. I'm still trying to find this SPE that Ben did well
in. It was the Cup, wasn't it?
Oh, it was the Cup. Oh, it was the Cup. Yeah, it was me looking at it. It was either Valencia. Oh, yeah, it was right at the start of the season, wasn't it?
That's right. Yeah, it was Valencia.
He didn't get points, I don't think.
They did finally upload.
Oh, did they?
They were umming and ahhing about it, whether it was an actual cup for points or whether it was just a tournament, and people kicked off about it.
Well, yeah, because
rightly so.
Why is it no different to any other League Cup?
Yeah, it was like a 200-man League Cup as well. Which brings me on to my next point, actually. When they're doing side events for cups on regionals, why not just make it an SPE? If there's 200-man people, like, you're going to get more people compete for it, because people aren't going to want to. People do, but if I see there's a cup the next day, I won't even bother going for it because I know it's going to be a massive amount of people.
Bristol was one like that.
Yeah.
I learned from my thing before, like, why am I bothering? Why am I putting myself through this?
In the internationals, I think the cup was like 300 people.
That's nonsense. For a top 8.
You've got to fight for a second regional for 50 points. And no prize money.
No.
So I don't know. There's a lot of stuff they can do to improve at the moment. I think going forward, getting rid of the quarters was a great move if it's true.
I really hope so.
But there's also, I was speaking to Darren about it yesterday, and where the stipends come in, currently it's like, all right, so you did really well in Q1, you've got a Q2 stipend, which puts you to the next internationals, basically. You get a travel award.
Oh, so that'll be interesting.
They'd have to still implement like a month basis. So like from, I don't know, from August to December, if you've done really well in this period of time,
you get it's almost like it's like a quarterly stipend sort of thing.
Exactly, yeah. So they'd still have to quarterize some of it, but then just take like your best 8 overall for the year.
Yeah.
Obviously, though, no one's confirmed anything. No one's said anything. It's all speculation and rumors at the moment.
Yeah, it's all.
If it is true, it's absolutely huge.
It would be good. The thing is, people aren't just going to switch off, though. People aren't going to go, right, I've basically got my invite in quarter 2, and they're not going to go. They're not going to leave the game for half a year, then go, I'm going to Worlds.
Yeah.
Because they will try and obviously still get the stipend and things like that. But then if you've got max points from cups and challenges really early, the stipend will be you can't do anything more.
No, exactly. So
You just got to go to the internationals and the regionals.
Exactly. So it's either a case of people will smash out 8 cups wins straight away, or they will try and vary it for the stipend quarters.
Yeah.
It's quite an interesting way to look at it.
Yeah. It's going to be an interesting season.
If they're not going to do quarters for the stipend, it means that they would have to abolish cups for the stipend. So it would be just regional and SPE finishes. I'm not sure how they're going to do it, but however way they do it is a good move.
Yeah. I don't want to be going, oh, right, when's the quarter finish? Right, I need to go to 16 cups this weekend.
Yeah.
Just to try and make it almost forces, it doesn't force as such, but it almost like makes you think, right, okay, I've got to go to this really obscure cup that I'm going to be so tired after travelling to. I'm just not going to do well.
It's like, you almost have to spend double the money, because if you're going to Q1 cups, you need 2 finishes, but let's say for the UK, it takes about the average of 5 or 6 cups to get 2 finishes.
Yeah, because this cup system is broken a little bit.
Yeah, so you're doing, well, let's say the 6, you're doing 12 for every 2 quarters. So you're doing 24 cups to get, 8 finishes. Whereas now, you don't have to spend that money, because if you can you can just go to those cups in a period of time, or you can just wait it out.
Yeah. There was a cup at the end of last year, and I think it might have been Demi. It might have been Demi that went to it, or it might have been one of like the Wales lot. And there were so many people that I think it might have been Demi because he was desperate for points, wasn't he? And he went 4-1-1 on a 6-round cup for top 8, and he didn't make cut.
Yeah.
If you go to a cup and you lose 1 game out of 6, and you draw 1 out of 6, and you win 4 games outright, you should be making. You were in that top tier of thing, because what could happen if people go 4-0 and there's ID?
Yeah.
It's wrong. There's some cups should be top 16.
Yeah.
Even if you just get 15 points, like 10 points.
Yeah. There was also a debate. This was a few months ago now. Nothing came of it, but they were saying, like, so top 8 at regionals, for example, if you bubble out on the same points, you fight the 8th place for resistance.
Oh, like a playoff sort of thing.
Yeah, for example, I bubbled out of Stuttgart regionals on resistance. So I was 9th, and another guy that I'd already beaten in Swiss was 8th. So going by that, it would be me versus him, then the player gets top 8.
Really, I still think, because I'm a massive sports fan.
Yeah.
And in certain, we'll go by football, because I love football is my thing, but in certain places, it's goal difference. In the Premier League, in the British Premier League, it's goal difference.
Yeah.
In quite a lot of other places, Italy being the biggest one, they go on points. Like it goes points, then goal difference in Britain, and then it goes points, and then if you've got Inter Milan and Napoli battling for 4th for a Champions League spot, they'll go on before anything else. They'll go head-to-head results, and then goal difference. If I'm battling against someone, if I'm going up for an 8th position especially something as big as a regional, and I've beaten that person, I am better than that person.
Yeah,
if we're on the same amount of wins, same amount of losses, same amount of draws. Just because my one player I played against, round 3, faced 3 really bad matchups.
Yeah, I totally agree.
The head-to-head thing should be taken into account, really.
Yeah, but that's not how Tom organises it, unfortunately.
No.
Like, there's a really weird instance that if it comes down to 8th and 9th, and they have both the same player resistance, opponent's resistance and opponent's resistance, if they have exactly the same and exactly the same points, it will come down to alphabetical order.
That is embarrassing.
Yeah, so if because my name is Toby Woolner, I'm always going to lose that. I'm always bottom of the food chain there. No matter what happens, I always lose. Unless I'm going against Zeke someone. There is no way I'm winning that, which is totally unfair.
Oh, God. Actually, no, I can... Oh, no. Yassine, you probably beat out.
Yeah. Everyone would lose to Demi. He's got D&E. He's well up there.
Oh, I'm M and C. I'm trying to think if there's anyone else better in the team.
Well, Alex is A and P, so
that's kind of like mid. That's like really good and then really bad.
Yeah.
Benji wouldn't be too far.
BH, yeah.
Kieran's okay because he's
Kieran's too bad. I wasn't thinking about
that.
Poor old Seb and Scott would always lose as well. Double.
No, it doesn't matter if they lose. They always do well no matter what they do anyway, so it's fine.
That's it, yeah.
Didn't Scott make Stipend this year? Is he in top 22?
Made top 22, yeah.
Oh, that is amazing.
Absolutely amazing result, yeah.
What a guy.
I'm just going to throw it out there. When they started playing, I actually taught them how to play. So it's all down to me. Thank you very much.
My coach no more. Oh god, I'm getting messages now saying, "Are we testing tonight?" from Benji. Right, I've got to go and test in some minutes. Well, it's a lot of minutes actually. He's not finishing until 6, but he's like, what are we testing? We're testing Worlds for that. What shall I?
I finish at 6. Let's test now.
No. He's like, he's saying, make sure. Are we going? And then Rabbi's talking about Mr. Mine being good. It's not true. It's not good. What should I go and test? Worlds format.
I'll give you a Reshi's list.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got a couple of ideas. So.
Yeah. Right. Okay. That's pretty much going to sum up. Apart from there's some, I don't want to get involved in this. There was something on. If you're listening to this, go and look on Verbank. Someone's been caught cheating in Mexico.
Oh yeah, I did hear about that.
Yeah, let's not talk about that. I don't want to get involved.
Yeah.
But if anyone's interested, go and look on Verbank.
Yeah.
They're trying to get Donald Trump's attention.
Is there anything else we need to cover Odyssey-wise?
Benji
got a new job. He got promoted.
Benji did get... No, he didn't even get promoted. He moved job.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he moved completely. He was working with Rabworks.
Oh, okay.
No, he just went, yeah, I don't like this job. And went and worked. He got an interview, and then obviously he's Universal now. Yeah. The set creation at Universal, which is fantastic. That would be a great job.
Yeah. Was it Stephen that got the...
Steve Lovett got the promotion.
Yeah.
Which is good. He works in a bank, I think.
He used to. I don't think he does anymore.
I don't know what he works in there. I'll ask him when I see. I barely see him. I've been on so many night shifts. Everything recently. I've barely seen anyone. I haven't seen you since Bristol.
I know.
That might be too far away.
It might be, but I'm definitely going to come down.
That's fine. I keep forgetting to say, like, you live, like, Pike lives. Does Pike live near you?
Pike lives 10 minutes down the road from me.
Which is in
Norfolk.
Okay, yeah. Why do I keep thinking Norwich?
It is Norwich.
It is Norwich. Okay. Oh, of course it is. Yeah. Generally, I'm very good at geography. However, the UK, anything above Birmingham, but there's Manchester, Scotland.
Anything above Cardiff, I was like, mate, you've lost. Anything above Cardiff, can't do it, mate.
It's fine because my girlfriend is near Southampton, so that's southern than Cardiff. It's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's try and find out how far from you I am.
Oh, we worked it out. It was ridiculous amount.
Oh, was it?
You gave me your postcode.
Oh yeah, and you Google Maps'd me.
Yeah. You live next to a vet or something.
No, I live next door to what's it called? Funeral directors.
That's right, yeah.
It's a 3-hour, 5-minute flight from where? Not from here, surely.
From Manchester.
Hang on.
Why are you flying?
It is. It's like... Oh, hang on. Oh my god, that's via Germany. That's why.
I'm going to Norwich via Germany. Amazing.
I'm just trying to figure out if we could do something on the Worlds weekend, because obviously me and you aren't going.
Yeah, nor is Kieran.
Yeah, but I don't want Kieran there. His voice wouldn't get picked up. Directions from home.
I think it's like a 5-and-a-bit-hour drive.
If I was walking, it'd be 66 hours.
If I was walking, it'd be like 330 days.
4 hours, 26. We'd have to meet somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
London.
Let's go to London.
Milton Keynes is in the middle, I would have thought.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I keep trying to get Gemma to run a cup on World's Weekend. And she keeps saying no.
It's just not going to happen, is it? Aren't they there?
What's that?
Aren't they at Worlds?
No, Gemma and Austin aren't going to Worlds, but Michael is.
I thought Austin was the one that qualified.
Austin did qualify, but it said Michael.
So why is Austin not going with?
I think they're saving for this season's Worlds.
Oh, they can't afford to send them both. Austin will make it anyway.
To be fair, DC is pretty expensive to get to.
Yeah. That means Daniel will talk about it.
I'm hoping they announce it's Hawaii next year.
Something like that. Because me and Daniel were talking about it. I want to make it a holiday as well as going to Worlds.
Exactly. My missus won't go unless it's Canada or Hawaii.
Oh, really?
So I want to try and tie it in. Yeah, I know. It's like, I can understand where she's coming from. Like, she doesn't want to wait around at a foreign place.
What's the time? What are we on here? 47 minutes. Fine. We've got loads of time. I'm going to quickly list. Talk to the people while I'm searching stuff.
It's been in Hawaii 3 times, I think, so far, or 2 times. But I've been to Nashville, which was last year, and California the time before.
Right. Do they have Pokemon World Championships? I don't want to know. Oh, okay. Actually, I can tell. Right. So we've had. Should I go on from 2000? Apparently, they've only been going since 2004.
Yeah, it's been quite recent actually. It was 15 years, but.
So the first one was in Florida, Orlando, Florida.
Yeah.
And then we had San Diego.
Okay.
Then Anaheim.
Anaheim, yeah, that was where I went
then
to.
Hawaii in 2007.
Yep.
Orlando, Florida again. San Diego again. Hawaii again. San Diego again. Hawaii again.
Yeah, 3 times.
Vancouver. That'll be a nice one.
Vancouver was a great one. I didn't go to that one, but I watched it and it was really good.
Washington. 7-14. Boston.
Ooh. Yeah. I missed out on Boston by 16 points. Yeah.
To be fair, I missed out on Nashville by a point.
Did you really?
Yeah, I was on 249 points.
Yeah, they didn't give you the point?
Nope.
What?
No. Then Washington, Boston, San Francisco, which was 2016. I've got that mat actually. I've got the not the participation mat, the one you used to be able to buy there, the one with Mudkip and everything, with the aqua.
Yeah, I got that
fish.
because I didn't go and Alex did. He went for the sightseeing and got me a mat back.
Amazing. I need to talk to someone who's going. I want some stuff from Worlds.
Yeah.
Anaheim, which was 2017.
Yeah.
Did I watch Anaheim? And then Nashville.
Yeah.
And then obviously DC again. It's a bit of a weird one. It wouldn't surprise me if they did Hawaii, but that also wouldn't surprise me if they did Orlando. Orlando wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, or San Diego, because I've done that 3 times as well.
Yeah, Orlando they've done twice, so
it seems at the moment like they're branching out.
Yeah.
To where their places, but it won't be outside the US because it's Pokemon headquarters is in the USA.
Yeah, no, it's always going to be the US. So I've never been to America before.
Yeah.
So
absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
My first flight ever, so I'd never been on a plane, was to Anaheim for 11 hours.
Oh.
Yeah.
But now it makes Turkey, which is 4.5, and it seems tame now.
Yeah. Well, every flight now seems amazingly short because it doesn't compare to 11 hours.
Germany was amazing. An hour.
Yeah, Germany's great to get to.
And then you get there and you think, oh, this is Germany. There's a few things I didn't like about. I didn't like about Germany. It was the attitude people taking in Germany was. I went to the Reichstag building.
Yeah.
And the gates, and the memorial to the murdered Jews of Europe. I can't remember if it's a million or billion. It's something silly. And people were taking photographs, like peeking around the memorial and things like that, and it made me a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I was stood outside the Reichstag building. I'm a real history buff. And of course, my extended family is a heritage of Polish. And I stood there, and they've still got the plinth, when they used to do the speech. And you look at it and think, this is still quite a... It's almost like a tainted building. I don't have anything against Germans or what's it called in general. But you look at it and think that man stood there and he made those
Okay.
speeches there, and obviously they marched through the thing. It was just a bit weird.
It's crazy to think you're standing where other people stood, sort of thing.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't like it. Yeah, and I moved on quite quickly. But yeah, enough about my.
I think that's like adding on to what you've just said. They do hold some tournaments in really weird places, but going around and sightseeing does make it, because I hadn't actually been out of the country before playing Pokemon.
Yeah, no.
So it gives you the opportunity to go out and explore and really like see the world.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's expensive, but like I say, next year, if I said to Danielle about going to Worlds just as a holiday,
Yeah.
because at the start of the season I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna try and make Worlds, because I was a point off, and then I didn't really take it I didn't take it seriously. I was like, yeah, I'll get it later. I'll get it. But this year I really need to knuckle down and go, right, I am saving for Worlds because I will be getting to Worlds this year. I'm gonna make sure of that. And if I don't make Worlds this year, I'm going to Worlds, but on
Yeah.
holiday to watch.
That's what Alex did when I made Anaheim. He was a few points short, but he came just to chill out and spend the time out there.
I literally don't care if I play or not. Oh, I do.
Yeah.
I want to play.
Oh yeah, but like
Oh,
even go into Worlds, like this is for people listening as well. If you're a real Pokemon fan, you have to go to Worlds because the atmosphere is absolutely electric.
yeah.
Just being in the same room and people, and it might sound a bit corny and childish, but when she's on the stage announcing that you're in the World Championships and you're going through and everyone's excited, there's just nothing compares to it. Nothing.
It's the World Cup final. It's
the
World Cup. It's basically what it is.
Yeah.
It's huge. It's So next year, hopefully we'll all go.
Yeah, I watched it from 2016 San Francisco. I watched Mega Ordino win Worlds, and I before I used to go to Worlds, I used to hold a stream party, so people would come around, like 10 of us, food, drink, and we'd watch the stream for the whole weekend. And I was just like, right, I'm getting tired of this. I'm going to make it. So it's like, I want to be there. I don't just want to watch it. I want to actually be there.
I want to hurry up and get it. No, because I'm trying. Obviously, I'm saying this. I'm going to stay up and go to Worlds. I want to try and save up, and obviously, me and my girlfriend want to move in together, so we can have opportunities of doing stuff like that. Because if I move down to Hampshire, it's about for you. I don't know how far it is for you actually.
What, Hampshire?
Yeah, it's probably not as far as it is from Wales. Hang on a minute.
It's probably a tad closer.
Yeah, but it would be like a centre point for everyone to meet.
Yeah.
Apart from for me, when I'm just staying at home. But say we can stream part, even if it's just for the internationals that we can't make. Oh God, no! It's actually, hang on. It's 3 hours 41. However, there are massive bloody accidents.
Right. Okay. I won't travel down today then.
No, I don't fancy that. Oh, God, you got to go around London, haven't you? Oh, crumbs. Yeah, no, it's a lot further. It's 2 hours further for you than it is for Wales, because from Wales, it's just straight down the M4.
Yeah.
I didn't realize Norwich was that far.
Very coastal.
It's very coastal. Anyway, let's ignore my bloody ineptitudes in geography. I, last week, did something with Kieran, and I don't know if we're going to do this every week. If we get guests on, I might do it with them as well. Something called the 5-second challenge. I don't know if you've ever heard of the 5-second, or it's the 5-second game or something like that.
Okay, I haven't heard of that.
It's basically what you do. You drop food on the floor and eat it. If you don't eat it for 5 seconds, you get shot in the back of the head. No, it's not. I'll ask you a question for the top 3 things of something, and you've got 5 seconds to answer.
Okay.
It's quite interesting, really, because I did it with Kieran, and some of the answers I'll tell you afterwards.
Okay.
What they were. They're you get some really obscure ones. You think like the first 2, you think and then the third one you panic and you go I don't know, Mega Ordino is the best deck of all time.
Yeah.
And it's just not. Let me get my stopwatch out. Alarms and clock. So you up for doing that? It's 5 questions.
5 questions. Okay. Wow.
5 questions.
You do I get 5 seconds on each question?
Yeah. You don't get.
Okay, that's all right then.
It's not 5 seconds to answer top 3. Right then. I'm gonna make a little. I'm not gonna make a little like intro bit, like transition noise into this. Okay. We're doing the game now, everyone. Right then, you ready?
Yeah, go for it.
Right, so number 1, the top 3 decks of all time.
Greninja, Torterra, and Infernape.
Okay, very good. That was. Very vague, but
those were all terrible answers.
Okay, you did that in 4 seconds. Well done. Top 3 Pokemon video games of all time.
Pokemon Snap, Pokemon Stadium 2, and Pokemon Rumble.
Oh God, you're embarrassing yourself there. Come on. Pokemon Stadium 2.
It's the third one. It's like, Pokemon Stadium 2 is great. The mini games are awesome.
Yeah, but not including, like, I don't know, Crystal or Platinum.
I panicked.
I gathered.
At least I said Snap. Pokemon Snap is the best game of all time.
Stop this. Right, the top 3 characters that aren't Pokemon in Pokemon games.
Sorry, did you read the question? I didn't hear that one.
Yeah, the top 3 characters in Pokemon games that aren't Pokemon.
Lieutenant Surge, Erica, and Blaine.
Okay, fair enough. That's a pretty easy one because they are very good characters. Right, top 3 TCG players of all time.
Luke Burke, Puka, and Jay Witz.
Yeah, Mike, we've lost you.
Oh.
We've lost you. You just kind of, I would say that again.
Oh, sorry, you didn't hear what I said.
No.
Okay,
go ahead.
Start the question again.
Top 3 TCG players of all time.
Puka, Jay Witz, and Luke Burke.
Fair enough. I guess. Just ignoring Toad.
Yeah. Sorry, Toad.
Benji. Your top 3 content creators for Pokemon.
Omnipoke.
Yeah, so it's 5 seconds. You did 1.
Yeah, that's all I had. That's what I watched Omnipoke.
Not us.
Well, not recently. You haven't been here.
Still make good content. It's just not very frequent.
To be fair, I don't even know what. Is it just Team Odyssey?
Hang on.
What do you mean, hang on? You don't even know your own name.
Hang on. I'm gonna switch. I've switched my account on the thing. So no, Team Odyssey TCG. That's what it is.
Okay. We'll add that one to the list.
That's 2. Do you know what Kieran's number 3 was on that question?
What was that?
Dark Integral Gaming. Which technically, I laughed at the time thinking his content is fantastic. His competitive content isn't there. His content itself is fantastic.
Did I tell you about the story between Dark Integral and Scott Simmons?
No.
Oh, right. Well, one of my good friends, Jason, he had just started playing, and he had built up the Snorlax and Hypno deck from Fates Collide, I think.
That was.
Yeah,
when he had to get sleep.
Yeah. You do extra damage to sleep.
Yeah.
And he had used Dark Integral's list, and no one had told him Dark Integral was bad. And
to be fair, no one told me that. I did start with him.
Yeah. He just Googled it, or YouTubed it, sorry. Went to League, sat down round 1 with Scott. He beat Scott, and Scott was 2 years into playing, so he was still obviously top of his game. Scott instantly went on eBay and bought 4 of everything for the deck. And then we told him it was a Dark Integral list. So he had them in a post. He's like, oh, I don't even want these anymore.
Burn them. It's the fire. It's a little fire in them.
It's a moment of my life where he just right, I'm buying 4 of these.
To be fair, I remember going to my first league and I did something really silly. It was I took my cards with me to Danielle's. Obviously, I said she lives down near Southampton.
Yeah.
Came home and she sent me a message when I got home. Said, yeah, you're going to be quite annoyed at yourself. I was like, why? And I'd left all my trainers and everything there.
Oh, God.
So I was going to league on the Tuesday. I was like, right, I don't actually have a deck. And I kind of had a few cards here. I managed to make some variant. Oh, no, I didn't. I ordered stuff. I ordered stuff that just about got here, but I didn't want to spend too much at the time. So I bought 3 Lysander, 3 Sycamore, a few things like that, 2 N or 1 N because I already had one. And I went to league in Cardiff with Toxicroak, Ariados.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? Do you know the Toxicroak I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And I won 2 games, which was great. My claim to what's it called is that Sean and Ben had been playing for a while at this point, and Sean was playing Mega Mewtwo, the Mega Mewtwo deck. And I beat him in the first. We drew in the end.
Right.
I beat him in a round, and I was like, yeah, if I can beat Mega Mewtwo in 1 round, I'm happy with this Toxicroak deck.
You can do anything.
I can do anything. I never play the deck again. But I've still got the bits for it, I think, somewhere. I do love Toxic Rogue. It's a great card. I quite like it as a Pokemon, actually. It's always one of my Pokemon I forget about and I think, actually, no, I like you, Toxic Rogue. Apart from all his cards recently have been trash.
I did actually, when I was testing for Berlin, I was playing Malamar, I texted in an 0-1 Toxicroak line, the one where it says if one of your Psychic types are KO'd, you do like 130 damage for a DCE.
Oh, yeah.
Psychic type. Tagged it in for Peak ROM and it didn't work.
I wonder why. Oh, we used it with Ditto, did you?
Yeah.
I know why it didn't work.
It's because I didn't have a Krogan with it.
Muck.
But no, it didn't work because I just couldn't find it.
Yeah, it's fair enough, I suppose. I suppose, yeah, you can't even mysterious treasure for
No,
it.
the Ditto always became a Malamar as well. So.
Yeah, so you were like you trying to set up. What was it? We were talking about something the other day. A deck that should have been. Going back quickly to really earlier in the podcast. When I played Pike in.
Yep.
Eastbourne and in Bexhill, he beat me in Bexhill. I was playing Blacephalon, he was playing Zoro Ninetales. And how some cards just drop off a cliff and you never see any more. That Ninetales card.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's really good, and technically it's really good late game, especially now with the you have to use custom catcher. However, you use it to set up.
Yeah.
And that's always what I had 4. I pre-ordered 4. I have 4. They haven't left my binder. Because I always found when I tried to use them, I was like, I'm just setting up with this. So late game, I've just got these 2 Ninetales on the bench, or 1 Ninetales on the bench, and he's not really doing much.
The issue, it's actually not too bad post-rotation, because there's not a lot of ways to search things.
No.
However, we lose Beacon Topics.
Yeah, but you're searching for bloody... But now you can't set up with it. Because you can't find any search cards with it.
Yeah, exactly. You can cherish
Duskstone.
Yeah.
But it completely removes the option of greens.
Sorry, say that again?
It completely removes the option of greens, which is probably fundamentally better.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just like it was always paired with Beacon Vulpix, and Beacon Vulpix would be so good post-rotation, but we don't have it.
There's so much we're losing. What card are you not main staple? Not. What card are you thinking? Oh God, we're losing that. Not Ultra Ball, not DCE, not Guzma. What random card do you think? Oh God, we're not going to have that anymore.
Guardi GX.
Really?
Yeah. If we had Guardi GX, it would be so broken right now.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. Actually,
I've got a Porygon Z out. Here you go. The fact that we have no recovery, that means Twilight would have been absolutely insane.
Is there a card with a GX attack, which is basically Decidueye GX is GX?
You've got Banette GX.
Which is...
Celestial Storm.
I know what Celestial... I know what set it's from. I can't remember what the GX attack does.
It's basically Hollow Hunt. Put 3 cards in your hand, discard to hand for a Psychic.
What's his face? Fluffball GX. Whimsicott got GX's GX attack.
Search 5 from deck.
Ooh. Basically Metagross.
Basically Metagross, yeah.
Mm.
Oh, Metagross as well.
Oh, rip Metagross.
Yeah,
Guardi
GX.
The fact that Blissapod is going is kind of strange to me.
Yeah.
Lapras going.
Lapras is a big one as well. Top 16 Liverpool regionals with that.
Actually, the Aqua Patch going is kind of strange.
That's also true.
It's really sad. There's a lot of cards, because obviously this is my first proper year. I started playing when Evolutions came out.
Right.
Not even competitive, just kind of competitively, and then Sun and Moon Base came out, and I thought, actually, no, I can get on with this. I can start playing this properly.
Yeah.
I remember sitting down and playing against Solgaleo Lunala, and I was playing Lurantis.
Yeah.
What a deck that Lunala Solgaleo was at the time. In local league.
Yeah.
So you can move it all off, max potion, put it all back on attack.
I think Max Potion is another one I'm going to miss.
I'm not, because it means that Rab is going to really struggle to play stall. You put a list in the chat earlier. I'm like, do you just not like fun and interactive games?
I saw that.
It's kind of true. I love him, but come on.
The problem is the format is big basics and healing, so it's basically handed to him on a silver platter.
I know, but he has to attack, and that's not what he does.
I know.
Anyway, we're waffling a bit. We better make this.
But yeah, guys, what about you?
What card I'm gonna miss?
Yeah.
I don't know. 'Cause I'm saying certain cards. I'm going, oh god, the likes of Field Blow not being there is scary.
That's
There's
true.
certain cards not being there scary. Ultra Ball is like, oh god, we're not gonna have the staple card, but Field Blow it became peak when I started playing.
Yeah.
And now it's almost like I feel like I'm getting old.
Yeah.
You must have experienced this a lot because you see cards come and go, and you see like the lifespan of a card go.
I've seen many a rotation.
I've seen many moons. It was kind of weird when X and Y went, and when Stand-in Zoroark. Actually, what time are we on? I want to talk about this stuff. There's other stuff I was going to quickly talk about. 1 hour 7. That's fine. Yeah. So I was sat down with, let's say, my friend who quit the game about halfway through last format, and I found a load of quite old cards, and I was saying to him, this card. Can you remember this? Like, this card was unreal. But Yveltal, not EX. The
Oblivion Wing one.
No. Oh, it might be in the Oblivion one. No, the one that is it Stop Tools?
Oh, Fright Night.
Fright Night Yveltal.
Yeah.
What a card.
That was a great card.
I picked up at Bristol. I picked up a full art original Yveltal EX for £4.
Oh.
And I'm like, I remember these being 15 at least, just for something I already had. I could never warrant buying them. I was like, yeah, I'm buying you. And Darkrai EXs. Full art Darkrai EX. I always had full art Darkrai EXs, but I got rid of them. And then, you know Tim Sang, don't you?
Yeah.
He was like, oh, I need all this stuff from you. I had like surplus stuff. He hadn't played for a while. Surplus, like standard stuff. Right. And he sent me a massive list. He was like, yeah, just take from the binder what you want. And I was like, there's not really much here I need. And I just took 4 full art Darkrai EX. So yeah, that's fine. I don't need them. I've not even got. I think I've got one of these left. I went through a whole reminiscent collecting thing of stuff. It's not even that old, and I've got. I don't need 4 of these because, of course, I've got my 4 of every half art GX binder.
Yeah. And
my collection binder. So okay, I don't need that. I'm just going to start collecting little random bits that I like. Like this Japanese Element Executor and Rowlet GX that I have right in front of me right now. It's a card I'm looking forward to.
The full art looks really nice for that.
The secret rare is kind of strange because obviously Rowlet is the one I really like from it, and then it's kind of just stuck to the side. It's tiny. Yeah. I will still get it. I will get every artwork of it. Actually, are you doing any pre-releases? I assume you are. You seem like the person to do pre-releases.
I will be. I'm not this weekend. The weekend after is when pre-releases. I'm actually working Saturday. We'll probably do a Monday one.
You have Monday pre-releases?
Yeah.
See, we don't have that. We have weekend ones, which is good because weekend after next, Danielle's coming down, and we're gonna do one. I said to her, like, can you come down? The thing because we've got Reading the day after is on the Sunday as well, so I'll drive her back. Okay. It's near her. But we're gonna try and get as many cards as we can for the guys going to Worlds.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's gonna be a big thing. I think you should probably do that for Pike as well.
Yeah.
Because the pre-orders are gonna go absolutely crazy.
Do you know Mewtwo and Mew tag team half art is already 20 quid?
How? Yeah. It's not even out yet.
I know.
I can't understand this World's thing. I think me and Kieran have talked about it before. The fact that this is kind of weird. It's like asking, like the NBA finalists, they've gone all the way through the season, through the playoffs, and then gone for the final. You're playing rugby.
Yeah.
No, we want to try and find out who's the best in this specific area. Please, we've played all season in this, or we played this season in this format. Why taking these cards away from us?
I guess it's just like if you've got to the end of like this is now Unbroken Bonds. If you've got to the end of Unbroken Bonds, you're always seeing the same thing. Nothing's really going to pop up, and Worlds is just like they want stuff exciting,
different, yeah.
Especially this one, like when they announced the rotation was going to be before Worlds. I think that's like really good.
It is, but it's just like
it's a pain like for people going, but as a
yeah,
viewer,
we're not going though, so
I'm well happy. Everyone's freaking out about testing. I'm just like, actually, I'm actually quite chill about this.
I don't care. Do you know what? As I say, I'm going to go and test Worlds format with Benji tonight. I have no idea what to play. I've got a cup in Reading, a standard format. We're not testing that anymore because everyone else is going to Worlds. I have no idea what to play. Because I tried to test online yesterday, and online is trash.
Yeah.
Everybody. That's why we've not got PTCGO video in the background. I hate it so much. I came up against 3 in a row. I was playing Reshi Greens, this format, current standard format.
Yeah.
And 3 in a row I played Strachey, Reshizard, and 3 games in a row they just went energy attach, Stellarish, Kiawe. And I was like, well, now what? Because I've got 2 Volk. You're just going to one-hit my Zard if I put it down, and I can't get a fully charged Zard in one turn.
I've played against Gyarados 3 times in a row online. Oh, I'm playing this really consistent deck, and I brick, but Gyarados seems to run really smooth online.
Weirdly, I decided to play Gyarados last night after I got pissed off with Reshizard. And I played against Unknown Hand.
Right.
I don't know how he didn't win. See, he put the Unknown down. I was like, right, that's game then. And I don't know if he didn't realise, I don't know if he didn't have enough cards or something, but he must have done something that there was something in his prize cards that didn't allow him to get enough. He had no cards in discard and no cards in deck.
Right.
Or something like that, or he had like 3-4 cards in the discard that you couldn't get back for some reason. And I was like, well. And he just went victory. This is really odd. I honestly to God thought I was going to win.
Amazing.
Unless Unknown Hand's broken online and you just won't let you use it.
Could be that.
Fingers crossed, because I hate that deck. It's such a stupid deck.
Yeah.
You can't outspeed it by killing things.
You can't even like play Judge because it doesn't matter.
It'll stop them for a turn, I think.
Yeah.
Or you start using Giraffe Rig.
That too, yeah.
But then even then, they're getting stuff back with, what's his face? Orangaru.
Unless you use Persian. Just like, it'll take him a while to get it all back in the deck.
Yeah, I was thinking about this as a quick deck. Have you seen the new Malamar?
The new Malamar?
The newest Malamar. The for 1 dark, put your opponent's hands, use one of their Pokemon's attacks as this attack that isn't a GX attack.
That's pretty cool.
It is cool, and I was thinking, oh, make them pay, put things in the discard, surprise box it back in again. Yeah, surprise box any card. Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah, that goes to the deck or their hand?
Hand. Goes back to their hand. Because I came across it against on. I had a training testing session with Joe, and we were like, okay, I was playing Zapbeast, and this guy was playing Poltergeist. We thought was Malamar, it wasn't. It was Poltergeist Trick, whatever it is, Trick Box or whatever it is. And he's like, oh, it's alright. He hasn't got knockout because I only had 3. What did I have on the field? Oh no, I had 1 item in hand, and I had 2 items in hand, and I had Coco GX in the active. Oh, sorry, he hasn't got knockout. And he just went surprise box, and there's 2 items in my hand. I'm like, well, not great.
Yeah, I just had a quick look at his any card.
His any card. I still don't think it'll work because people just bench things.
Yeah.
It's kind of strange. It's technically an okay card. I like the idea of Malabar. I like the idea of Malabar in where it's not the main attacker, where it catches people off guard.
Yeah.
But even then, GX, like tag teams now, you can't one hit a tag team GX with their attack because it just doesn't hit hard enough.
Yeah, like their attacks don't hit hard enough, but you've got to kill it somehow.
Yeah, and it's just like, oh, okay, they just heal it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Right, we're actually.
And that's not everyone.
1 minute 16, right? So if we stop this soon, it'll be an hour and a quarter, and that'll be a nice render. But I'm not even editing this. This is just getting like chop the end off, chop the front off,
Yeah.
and then because I've got so much. In regards to work, I want to produce content, and this isn't being lazy, people of the world. But apparently, I've got a test, and apparently, I've got to work, and apparently, I've got to give time to my girlfriend as well. But if I say my voice is what you come for, Kieran's voice is occasionally what you come for. Oh, I have a message. Mother. Oh, okay. It is mother. Yeah, so if you want to... the floor is yours, Tubbs, if you want to talk about anything. Plug yourself, basically. Ugh, no, don't plug yourself.
There's nothing to plug anymore. I don't have Kanto cousins anymore. It's just Team Odyssey. We're all the same team.
You don't have... you got social media, though, don't you?
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram, TubbsTCG. I post up most of like...
You're just at Tubbs Walnut. I'm looking at your account now.
Yeah.
You're not TCG anything.
No, Instagram is TubbsTCG.
Oh, okay, sorry.
But Twitter is Tubbs Walnut.
You changed that, didn't you?
What's that?
Didn't you change it from something?
Twitter is fat, but my handle is Tubbs Walnut.
What was the pasta one? What was pasta?
Not fat, but lugs pasta.
Was that your original, or was that what it was before?
And now I'm just fat, so... So we
okay,
changed
right.
it.
I promise I'll let you plug things.
I can't do it now.
God. Go and follow him at Tubbs Wilder on Twitter. Go follow me at MikeTZTCG on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter at Team Odyssey, at Team Odyssey TCG. Subscribe and like this video if you like this video. Hit the bell icon. I think it's the thing now on YouTube, isn't it, to get notified when we're uploading videos.
It is, yeah.
It'll be uploaded in the week sometime, because I keep saying it's going to be every Thursday, and it's just a lie. I don't know when it's going to be. We'll try and get some sort of consistency. It's just trying to get some sort of consistency with the likes of Kieran and me, and I'd like to have you back on. I'd maybe have all three of us on.
Yep, sounds good.
I was going to have Pike, but then he's so inconsistent. I don't know when he's free.
Well, if Pike finishes work around 5:30 every evening. He has Wednesdays off every week.
I'll have a word with him. We might have four of us.
Yeah.
Oh, crumbs. That'll be an interesting one. That might even be a special episode where we just have four of us talking about something.
You could do like half the... We've got 6 invitees. So you could do 3 one week and 3 another week.
We could, but do I trust Benji on this podcast? Because you remember what the Slowpoke Well was like before Shay took it over?
Just mute him. He'll be there. Just
say no more. Say no more. No, I'm joking. Yeah. So as I say, like, subscribe, bell icon. So, do you do any sort of streaming at all? I don't think you do you?
Currently, no. My laptop's in for repair, but I am looking to do streaming. I do stream like just random Pokemon games, fan games, spin-off stuff like that.
Amazing.
So not for TCG stuff, but if you're a Pokemon fan, they're quite fun to watch.
We could dual stream something.
That would be cool.
We could dual stream. Oh God, I don't want to say Nuzlocke because I'm bad at the games.
Have you ever played Pokemon Insurgents?
No. That's
a really cool fan-made game.
Okay.
So we'll do that one. We'd have to Nuzlocke that one because it's really hard.
Okay. Oh God, I'm not good at game. I'm not good at the Pokemon games. I say I'm like, walk me through. My first proper Pokemon game was Pokemon Sun.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I had Leaf Green in like 2012, and I bought it off someone for a $5, and I enjoyed it. And I was like, okay, kind of moved past it, started doing other things, and then started playing Pokemon TCG because Pokemon Go came out.
Okay. You're one of those.
I didn't used to play Yu-Gi-Oh before this.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Honestly,
you still play Pokemon?
Very rarely.
Okay, you have to.
I do sometimes pick it up though. I did. What was the last big thing I did? I did the for the shiny Salamence. I have a shiny Salamence, shiny Bagon, shiny Sheldon, and another Salamence, which isn't shiny as well. I caught that many that day.
Just a quick update. If you are going to Worlds, when I was in Anaheim 2 years ago, they did a Pokemon Go event where they just released every legendary. So it's like we had Articuno, Moltres, Zapdos, and Lugia in raids all in the same place. And they also brought Kangaskhan over from Asia and only popped it up in the world's location.
Oh.
So if you do play Pokemon Go and you're going to Worlds, look out for that because they'll do certain events on around that area.
There's another game I'm planning to play soon as well, which I haven't really got around to. Is Wizards Unite.
I've heard of that one as well.
A Harry Potter one. It's made by the same people as Pokemon Go, but I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, so
yeah, me too. I might have to download that as well then.
Yeah, so say you'll hopefully be back streaming soon. Hopefully we'll dual stream something soon. I don't stream Pokemon TCG Online. I hate Pokemon TCG Online. It's so bad in comparison.
Yeah.
It's you're playing against the algorithm, then you're playing against your opponent, and then you've got to try and think of your own deck that you're playing with.
Yeah.
However, I am planning on, if anyone say likes sports and likes football, I have my own YouTube channel, which I will do discussions on the latest going on in mainly football, but other sports as well. And I stream a lot of FIFA, which I don't know if many people like FIFA. I don't know. You're not a big sports fan, are you, Tubbs?
Not hugely. Like I'm happy to watch games and stuff, but I don't follow religiously. If that makes sense.
No, see, I am. For me, it's football, Pokemon, everything else.
Sorry, Danny.
To be fair, she comes under football. She loves football as well. But I stream a lot of FIFA. I do a lot of career modes, FIFA streaming of rebuilds and things like that. So I will leave my Twitch link in the description below, along with all the other social media stuff. We'll be back hopefully next week. I'd like to think next week, maybe with Kieran, maybe not. It depends how this video goes. If it goes down, I might just go nah. I might go nah to him. Hopefully some interesting things happen throughout the week, and we'll probably, going on to specials, have a Worlds special when it comes to it, because that is not long. That is over a month. A month and 3 days before the guys travel.
We're on the 11th, so it's actually on the 15th. So it's literally 4 weeks.
Bruh.
Mental.
Bruh. We need to do something for that. We'll do a video.
Just pop on the end there as well. We're doing... on the Facebook page, I think Benji's doing the player profiles. So if you want to get to know a bit more about us as a team, as individuals.
Is that the one? Is that why you asked for a fun fact about me?
That's right.
Very fun fact. There's some fun facts in there that I'm like, that's not really fun. It's not a fun fact.
Nobody has any fun facts. They're just facts.
Mine's a fun fact.
Yours is a fun fact. Mine's pretty fun.
What's yours?
I can't remember what I put.
Find out on Wednesday. When Benji.
I can't remember what I put.
They might already be up by the time I upload this. I'm hopefully going to try and upload this tonight.
Yeah,
I can edit it relatively quickly because it's all just audio pretty much. I'm going to have to chop that bit with Mother Tchaikovsky came in. That shouldn't be too hard. It's when I have to edit out one of Kieran's swear words.
He doesn't swear.
He does. He's the only two people. He's the only two times. Last week, he swore, but I didn't have to edit it out because I couldn't hear anything he said, let alone the swear. But the one time he did swear, I just put a massive sheep noise over the top.
Amazing.
There was a better one I wanted, but yeah, he lets out the occasional swear words, does Kieran.
I'll have to tell him more.
I try really. I swear a lot in
general,
but I'm actually why I'm so good at it on here. I don't know.
It's your professional voice, though, isn't it? Like when you're at work.
I work. Nah, I swear a lot. I work in a factory, so
okay.
It's like that's why I swear so much. It's like second. Anyway, yeah. Follow us next week. Tubbs will hopefully be here. I'm gonna have to try and think of a double intro if you and Kieran do come in.
Oh, that's true.
Oh God.
I'm sure you're out.
Our biggest thing. Anyway, right. Say goodbye, Tubbs.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Bye.